other device, and I thought it would be better, but apparently it's not, and I need to get my headphones. I mean, I hope you guys can hear me. It's my regular old phone, so alright, I'm not trying to hear. Hopefully everybody can hear me because I'm having problems when you try to put multiple devices together all the time. Sometimes it's not good. So I'm gonna see if possibly if I put this over to the phone it will help me. I don't know. Okay. I hope everybody can hear me because this would make my whole life easier if people can hear me just like this. So whenever people come on, let me know if you can hear me or the moderator or anybody. And I guess we'll start. I've been trying to paint, but I've been taking care of Chong all day long, and it really never ends sometimes. But I actually gotta go I gotta go grab him real quick. I'll be right back. Oh, you're supposed to let him out. Oh, okay. I'm live now, but the other device didn't work. I know he is. Alright, I'm back. But I hope you guys have audio in this one. I'm not perfect, but I try. I come out over here every day. I'm trying to be a better live streamer. I mean, sometimes I act to God trying to get things done, but somehow they get done. Alright, I'm putting the speaker back here. I'm gonna. Here. I don't know. I got all kinds of issues going on today. It's one of those days. Alright. It would be so cool if I could just raise this up. Then wouldn't have to worry about all this craziness going on. Because I don't have a proper art studio. Oh, hello. Can you hear me? Because I'm so tired of those headphones. If I have to see these headphones another day, I might have to. Oh, you can? Thank God. I bought this $40 speaker from Amazon. Then that wasn't working, so I went ahead and bought this from Amazon. And I'm just tired of no audio. It drives me crazy. I do have my cards this way. I've had one of those days today. Alright. I got my cards out. I'm trying to angle this so you guys can see me painting like real YouTubers out there. They look all professional and stuff, and then I'm looking like the Red Green Show over here. So I'm trying to put boxes and elevate and stuff. I got lots of issues in the world, all up in Chong the dog world. See, I wish I can get this high. Because if I move my camera in too many insane ways, it's just going to fall. And I don't know how these professional people go around keeping their camera perfect and everything, because it's an act of God to try to get this far. And I was trying to get my stream going on this new tablet that I bought from Amazon because I love Amazon. It's my favorite. And this thing does everything but let me live stream. So I give up. You think you have the best deal, but sometimes you don't. I guess such is life. I'm wondering if I take my bag. Alright, hang on. All my markers fell. I wonder if I take this big bag and put it over here, if I would get enough elevation. Because I did really good with that space painting. And maybe I need to. Oh, see, I got some elevation here. See, all these YouTubers have everything on good elevation and stuff like that. I'm trying to hit a little bit of professionalism, but my camera's sitting on a box of gloves, so. But it works. That it does. See, now I got some elevation. So. But put your question in, and I'm gonna try to look up pictures of the universe. I've been having prophetic dreams of the universe. And I feel that I need to. When I did my other painting yesterday, it turned out really good. But instead of an ominous scene, I'm gonna do a scene, a space scene that's not so ominous. And I don't want to have to do the biggest painting either. Sometimes I just see things when I dream. And I always end up. And it's hard to describe them. So sometimes it's better just to paint them. This is why I say I'm not a real painter, because a real painter doesn't paint with vision. So I'm doing decent with these Grinches and anime. Thank God. I've been practicing this for like 6 months. It's been some work, but I'm finally able to get to a canvas, thank God, of some sort. I'm still using poster board because I'm not trying to waste money until I get good as the people on TikTok. These people could paint their ass off on TikTok. I just be like, I'm a fan. I'm over there watching them paint, and they have crazy conversation as they're doing the painting. It's great. I love it. I like really. I think I like unique people that are just like off the board. Because this guy Fairy over there, he's so funny. He said he was sent to a gay camp, and one of those religious camps, and they were praying his gay away. And he's an amazing painter, and then he had a thing because he didn't like the presidents. The presidential election. He said, "Elect me as president," and he had this whole reel, and it was so funny of him going for president. And we probably would have. It would have been different if he was president. I would have been happy. But yeah, this is what I do with my life mostly, and then I just work my 3 days. It's less stressful not being there all the time. But I want to try to do a nice space thing. Space has like the best pictures ever, and they're the most interesting. They really are. And I put in the community board yesterday up there, but I'm gonna start this one. But I'll answer your question. I got my cards out too, and I got elevation of a table. The red green show today is getting a little better. See, I would like to do this one. See the stupid tablet I got. I'm just trying to enlarge this. Okay. I'm thinking that's a moon or something, but when you do the sponge stuff, it seems you could do these better. I would like to do that. I might try to do that because that other thing looks too busy. It's really hard to do light stuff. But I am going to start on this because I had good luck with this yesterday. Alright. I got all my paints over here. I'm a little more organized than I usually am. I'm usually not this organized at all. Sometimes you would think I would be, but I'm not. Or just do like yesterday and make my own little thing. See, I don't like brown. I just think brown would not be good to start with. I do the spongy thing for these, and I do regular painting for these. Because the sponge method works very well. I'm just trying to decide. I smoked a lot of weed before I came on stream. I be coming over here when I'm high. And it's legal to stay around here. Because my friend that's on Facebook that I used to live stream and we're friends, and he kind of like I would watch how he live streamed, but he's been doing some crazy stuff. I still think they're gonna take down his page, but he does have a TikTok, but TikTok's some kind of crazy sometimes. They want to do like I don't know. They wanted me to pay for certain things, and I was like, why would I pay? They make you pay want you to pay for stupid things, and I'm not about to do all that. I don't pay for these things, and I never will and never have. This is why they're always asking me to promote my videos, and I always pretty much it's flat out no. People either like me or they don't like me, and you gotta like what you're doing, just like in nursing. If you like taking care of people, you just do it. And if you don't, it's just a miserable time making money, I guess. But I take these sponges. I was wondering what the hell it was, too. That's the crazy thing about it. I start on these art ventures, and it either goes really bad or really good. So I'm gonna actually go in the other room really quick and get my show you the one I did yesterday, and it was actually good. Okay, I'm back. I don't know how to pause the stream either. So, but I made this yesterday. I get these dreams and I get these ideas, and sometimes they turn out good. And I asked my husband, and he said it actually was good. And I told him not to lie because I kind of want to know. It seems like anime and this kind of stuff is my strong thing, but it's hell making those Santas. I will tell you. Anybody that could sketch a good Santa, I give them thumbs up. The face. Human faces are so hard. I'm going to try to do this because I really like these kind of stars. I think this is where the James Webb found. Well, James Webb found so many things. I love space. I really do. Alright. Alright, I'm just gonna start with a little red around here, and then I'll like do the little dots. But I really want to perfect these little space things. I like it. I probably will do a Grinch because I'm halfway decent with the Grinch because it's anime. That's the crazy part about it. As long as there's a little anime involved, it seems I do better for some reason. Maybe eventually they say I could do human faces and all that, but they say that takes a long time. So I'm gonna put more black and mix this in. I take Tupperware containers, the ones that you're not gonna use all the time, type thing, and I put my little paints in here. And I keep a paint stack, as crazy as that sounds. And the paint stack is nice because if you paint, I try to paint like once a day, and I try to I got decent with I started with sketch painting, I guess you could say, but but you got to keep at it. That is a craft that you really do kind of got to keep at. But this is a technique that that guy uses on TikTok, and some other painters use this technique. What I like to do is dip it in my containers. I just take this and dip it. And I'll go here. This is actually so easy. It really is. See, this is better now that I have elevation. This might actually be a better stream all along. More professional and cut out. But this is all I do is you dab and you could mix colors, but I do for the background because especially if you're doing a space painting or if you just want the background to look a little nicer before painting, and this is on a canvas or a poster board. But I would recommend doing the poster board until you get good. And even if you did get a really expensive canvas and you're a good painter, if you wanted to see or just practice a piece of your painting, I would think that you would use poster board because sometimes paints can get expensive and you gotta look for the deals. But if you don't waste your paint, it's not terrible. I don't really waste paint because I'm always putting them in food containers. And I try to, when I'm done with my painting, I try to recycle it or just use that last little dab or something. Because this is my journey to becoming a actual painter. So I gotta perfect all this different shading and stuff before I can even, I guess, embark on that. But I felt I did this yesterday with that one I just showed you here. And that's how that turned out. And it kind of looked like crap at first. I didn't like it. But my husband said it actually was really good. And some of the stuff I've been doing and it was not so good, but I've been in the middle of just practicing. I'm practicing to be an actual painter, I guess. I guess that's the way to say it. See, the sponge is good because if you want different colors mixed in, because I want the dark and density of space. Because sometimes when you put the stars and try to and do other things, it gets complicated. So the primary colors I want around this part of space are that, and you could blot different things. Because I want to show like maybe a dense part of space that has no light to it. And you can take really any color. Like I've been thinking about putting a little green in here. You can even do this as a family. See, I even got green stock. Because I knew it was around the holidays and I make Grinches and everything else. I made a Grinch yesterday. While I'm waiting on this, I'll probably sketch out a Grinch actually. I keep saying I'm not going to make a Grinch, but then everybody wants a Grinch, and that's the problem. So, but sometimes I like to paint stuff to try to test, to put little test on yourself. But I'm doing this because this could be just this little bit of green kind of makes the base a little better. Gives the diversity because space is just out there and it's so chaotic. We don't know nothing about it. We really don't. And I can't believe that people just go around and putting sponges and poster board and things like this, and it's so easy. And I have not figured this out till now. I guess that's where I'm at with that. But maybe this was the time in my life I was supposed to figure this out. Because I would have been doing this sooner in my life if I'd have known it was this easy. But I will tell you, when you do start out, they look like they're innocent, those leaves, when you try to sketch them. But they really aren't. They're kind of hard. So, I'm just warning you, if you are, about sketching and all that, because those leaves can be hard. It really takes a lot of concentration to get one of those leaves. And trees, sometimes bigger the tree, the more complicated that is. I mean, I'm just prepping for a painting at this point, and this is how complicating this gets. But it's like even when you think about you want to give up, it's like you got so far. I finally got Santa done. I thought I was going to die before Santa was actually looking decent, but maybe it was me being dramatic. I don't know. I couldn't tell you, but I sure did. It looked a lot better. It looked like an alien at first when I made Santa. But then I was able to fix it up and it looks decent. But I feel it takes an experienced artist just to get Santa down pat. Because you would have to draw faces. So I would start with the Grinch. Maybe don't start with the Grinch. Maybe like a reindeer. Reindeers aren't too hard. And then I worked my way up to the Grinch. He's seems like he would be hard, but he's really not as hard. So, if that makes any sense. But this is what I'll be doing if sometimes when you're just bored and you're waiting and your husband works a lot. This is what you do, you paint. Because I have another day off tomorrow. It was like I just had everything going on at one time. I'm cleaning. I did a shit ton of videos. I do the tarot card daily thing, and it's in animal spirits, I guess, because I'm trying to promote humanity and stuff. So when I do the tarot things, I try to put little twists of humanity. Like sometimes some are religious, sometimes they're not, just to give them a little bit of flair, I guess. I'll be trying to do that. I try to be artsy with it. I think this looks good the way it is, but I want to still incorporate that thing. That's the thing here. I'm going to let this dry a little. And then get back to my happy sketching. So I think I'm going to move this. And I've been trying to perfect the Grinch face, so maybe I'll just do that for my friendly practice while this is drying. And then I'm going to add a coordinate, probably like an astrological sign. I'm going to do just like Aries on this one. So I figured that would be fun, make them astrological paintings. Who wouldn't want to see their astrological sign on a really nice painting? I mean, I think that would be cool personally. I would never be upset about that. Oh God. Okay. I get to get my chalk out for the second one while this one's drying. Alright, because I got the base of my dwarf universe here. I'll just let that sit there. And then here, I actually might use my markers. I keep hearing these things everywhere. I got all these. I got all this from Amazon too. Oh God, there. I gotta wait till that one dries. I got these Teo tree art markers. I got that because I was doing a lot of sketching at the time. So I'm gonna probably do a sketch and I'm gonna do it in these markers and paint. Do an anime painting. And I'm just gonna use this. I paid $50 for this thing, so I'm making use of it. I'm one of those people that make use of everything. I will sit there and say I paid $30 for this and have some kind of thing. Hey, I can't read that. It's a really long word here. And it looks like Munese. I probably gotta get another pair of glasses. That's probably the issue. Oh, how am I doing today? Oh, I'm good. I finally got a lot of my daily stuff done around the house to be able to do my thing. I did this painting yesterday. And I thought it was kind of crap, but everybody around the house likes it. So I just did this one, and I'm going to add like a little more coordinates and stuff. I'm waiting for this to dry. I'm going to do another space painting. Because my family informed me that that actually is one of my better paintings. So I was going to like put everybody's astrological sign on it. And I want to make that into more like one of those like a small rings that come over. But that's how that universe is gonna look. But oh, you like it? Yeah, this is what I do in my spare time. I guess this is life. You just sit there and you just say, you know what, I'm bored. I'm gonna paint or do this. Usually I make perfume and stuff, but sometimes that gets expensive. Because you gotta spend like $150 between bottles and a bunch of stuff. It's not always great. And that kills your budget. So I am good at perfume making, but I'm waiting to after the holidays, and I'm gonna wait till all of my perfuming supplies are way cheaper. So that's just much easier for me. Which everybody should. If your kids don't believe in Santa, just like tell them after Christmas, I'll get you a bunch of stuff. They go almost 80% off. I don't know. This one of the Grinch is nice. Maybe since I've made so many Grinches, I could do this one. It doesn't seem like that'd be too hard. And he got his little teeth, though. I always say this is going to end up like crap, and it ends up not so horrible. I don't know. I think I might do this one. I think I'm going to do that one. I don't know if you guys can see it with the glare. I'm going to do that one. Sketch it out. And I'm going to put it right up in the middle here. I think I might use the marker for some of the inner laying, but I'm going to use for the outer laying my chalk. I love this soft pastel. It's so good. I'm thinking about buying more when they go on sale again. It's a very good brand, and it's like I'll use sometimes the markers for like other stuff because these are dual tip ones, where they're real skinny on one end and fat on the other. If you want to like sketch out eyes or something, or just get a point, sometimes that's a little better. Sometimes, but this is my go-to. I really like these because when your paint mixes in with it, because you want it to have that nice flare. You want it to have that smooth flare. Now I really got to be careful because sometimes I make things. I think I'm going to start this one because I write big. So I sketch big, and sometimes it ends up not symmetrical. I've been having to work on that. Maybe having problems with it. But you gotta know your weakness to fix it. That's what they say. And you're gonna get some paint on your hands, my friends. It's painting. So if you get there, you always, like I always get, oh my god. I hate when your phone and stuff goes out and you're trying to sketch something. It's so annoying. Alright, it goes in like an onion, kind of onion top, and then goes through this way. I've had to like literally teach myself different ways to remember how I'm free when you're freehand sketching. I've gotten decent with it, but that I've made a lot of mistakes along the way. That's why I said you should start with like something you like to draw, obviously, but start with little things. Like I like the Grinch. I've always liked the Grinch since I was a kid, so I practice with little stuff that you like. Then you're gonna want to keep it. You're gonna want to. It'll turn out nicer. You make this almost like a heart, where his mouth curves there. You just try to pay more attention to your detail. I like to start at the bottom of the face and come this way because I have problems with centering. Oh, do I have centering problems? Okay, so it should be like 2 fingers far. This one's too much this way. So I take this because I'm going to paint it also. There's going to be painting involved. If you want, you could have these a little bit damp. And this way, the chalk just goes away. It's like an eraser. It's almost like sketching with a pencil. Alright, that was too close. Alright, now it should come in and kind of be even with this. Out like that. When you're sketching, it's all about being even with all of your lines, or you're just going to be in trouble. Let's just put it that way. If your lines aren't even, That's what will mess you up right there. And you can color it in a little bit, like where, because it's okay if the paint goes in here. Sometimes it's to the better, honestly. And that's in the middle right there. All right. Well, his nose isn't too bad. It comes out. Because if you start the nose, you know the eyes. Oh my God! If you are off center with your eyes, you almost got to re-sketch it. I was at there at one point in time. Yes, I think it was yesterday. 2 days ago, I was there. I had to re-sketch it. I was not a happy camper. I damn near had to erase the whole thing. Alright, then there's this little bridge of his nose here that comes up this way also. So we're going to shade in there. But I like the shade in method. See, I already got this, half his face done. And this is what you have to do. I used to draw a lot when I was younger. Yeah, it's not, I'm. You should draw. I mean, just because you're younger doesn't mean you can't do it now. I never drew when I was younger at all. I was always writing. And I tell you, I have my book written. It's written, it's there. It's just, I'm not paying people to paint for my cover art and stuff. And I feel maybe as an artist, since I wrote it, that I need to get off my lazy ass and paint it too. Maybe that's what I'm supposed to do. I don't know. But that's where I'm going with. So I'm just learning to draw. And I'm telling you, this is harder than I thought. And these commercial artists that are out there doing book covers and all that and going to school for this, God bless them. Because I'm getting there and I'm kind of getting ideas of how I kind of want my book cover. So maybe I'll be able to draw out a basic sketch where I can even get an AI thing. Provide a basic sketch. Because I feel it's a useful tool if you're going to be in that field. And this is the field I've been wanting to be in since I was 10 years old with the book writing. And by God, I am going to not give up that dream. It's just not happening. There's no giving up on that. I was pretty determined at a young age about all this, so. Okay, the curve. Oh man, what one? There we go. The curve comes over here. Guy's eye. Alright, curve here. The Grinch looks like a monster before you get him all done up. I swear to God, he does. Looks like the makings of a monster. You can even tell in the sketch when you're doing these sketches. It's just like, jeez. All right, and this comes up small, and I gotta get this hair. I know a couple of my friends from work. They're like, "Oh, I got my kids some art supplies." Because they know, there's like, because they know I come over here doing all kinds of stuff. I was doing some knitting for a while. I took a break, but I don't know. I might, once I get maybe a sewing with a sewing machine or something. I might do that. I don't know. Alright, these are supposed to be down more, so. But yeah, this isn't bad. I'm getting faster with sketching, thank God. It used to take me an act of God to get one Grinch done. And now it's getting. It don't take me a year now. Alright, there's two lines going that way. Alright, I did all that there. I've never didn't think I could. This was just the last of my agenda in life on things that I thought I could ever be able to do. This really is. So I think I'm gonna. What's my little things here? I got like so many art supplies anymore. Okay, these eyes are supposed to be like a dark pink. I only got 100 million of these. There has to be a color. I think my husband literally wanted me to go and get this because he knows it keeps me happy and occupied. Which I'm grateful. He doesn't bitch. And I order all this stuff on Amazon. But I do try to like save my supplies so I don't use so much. Because a lot of them is reusable. So sometimes in these time and days, I feel like you're losing your mind with all this crazy stuff in the world going on. This is why I might get a t-shirt made. I'd rather be painting. At this point in my life, this is where I'm at. And I think it's a good point in my life. Alright, this pupil has to go down. It looks like some kind of government experiment with this. Okay, that's much better. Alright, now we're gonna get some painting. And then hopefully I can. That's dry enough where I can finish that painting. Alright, hang on. This is why I was so hoping that my other one would work. Where are you from, Madame? Oh wow, I'm not royalty now. I'm from the United States. I live in Ohio. Nowhere special. I mean, I guess with the Revolutionary War it was, but other than that, I don't think anything traumatic has happened since then, so everybody's good. Alright, now I'm gonna start this. Let me put my black paint. Alright, oh, there it is. It's under that rag. Yeah, I'm just gonna make a black background with him. I'm gonna do black and I think I'm gonna do black with some of the lines and then do green. I think that would look really cool. I'm just gonna do this. And then I could put the green on top or something. I think this would make this anime painting just pop out. I've noticed with anime, when you do the stuff with them, if it's more about making them pop out. And everybody thinks the ones are real good that you add extra color and they just have more predominant features to them. But if you're doing something like space, someone will think something like that is the best thing in the world. But when it comes to anime art, they're it's like they're Chef Ramsay. Oh, the lines in that are nicer and yada yada. So sometimes with your anime, if you want to do anime painting, I suggest these bold lines. And then, like I said, I'm going to probably, when I'm done doing these in black, I'm going to go over them again in green. People like pretty stuff. I use the skinniest brush too for this. The skinniest. Because this is your boldest line right here. This will make or break an anime painting. I have noticed that. It really does. So you want to get your small brush as you go over these edges. I've had some people say they want to put it in a frame, and I told them, I was like, you don't have to put it in a frame. It literally is just a picture of an anime character. It's a picture of whatever. I was thinking about doing Winnie the Pooh one day and all that, but anyways, they still want to do it. It's fun. They do. I have some people out there that are actually doing that. Out of my friends, I told my friends it's not a big deal. This is all practice for me. But yeah, do these skinny lines, and then I'm gonna go over them again with green because it'll have the green to it, but it'll just because you're gonna lay it right over top. But it's just gonna be a darker green, and it was okay. But you can keep it black and white. But sometimes if you put the green on top, for some reason it looks better. And I just go off of what looks good and what doesn't look good. That's generally how I do things. That's how I run. It's like color. You want to make both sides look almost equal too. It's all in the brushwork with the anime. Anime could be the biggest pain in the ass. I'm not gonna lie. I think sometimes it's harder depending on your character and how much time you want to invest in it than other things. But somehow I'm getting a knack for this, so it's okay. Just like right around these eyebrows, I want to get this. I want to get a clear thing. Cause I'm gonna when I go over the green, I want it to look nice still. Alright, I'm just gonna brush these because I don't want. When I go over the green, I want it to accent everything. Because that's how these characters are. It's all in the accents and grinding of colors. Alright, and then his eye. That when you really want to pop out, sometimes I use markers for their pupils. I feel it's sometimes better. Because it's so easy to make a mistake in anime when you're doing the eyeballs. The eyeballs make or break you, my friends. They really do. Alright, that's good. And in this process, I think is your most important. Make sure there's no interruptions, no one that's going to knock over your arm or a dog that's going to come bother you. So I got this much done in this one. And I got to make him look good. He has to pop out. He does. He has to say, hello, I am the Grinch. Look at me. I'm good looking. That's what he has to do. That's how you got to present this anime art. I try to make them all look as handsome as I can or beautiful. There's some other anime characters out there that look a little bit difficult, but I'm gonna eventually get to doing them, like those Dragon Ball Z's guys. And then they have like the from the video games, some of that. Oh my god, to be able to hand paint those. Maybe eventually I'll do that. I mean, I kind of have fun more painting stuff like this. And then maybe one day I'll just be able to do faces. Because honestly, some of those video game ones, you gotta be good at faces. So maybe I can stick to that kind of stuff. Because that's what I'd like to do. But I am invested in my little brunch collection. I did post them in the community board. I have a bunch of the collection. I even did one for like of the Grinch drinking. Because it's a drinking holiday and some people drink. But then my one friend, I just thought it was fun, but she used to drink, but she has a problem with alcohol now, so I just gave her another one. So, but it happens. My older son had problems with alcohol too. He went to AA and he just don't touch it no more. But it happens. There's nothing you can do about it. Life is not sometimes fair. Sometimes we create our own demons. He created his own demon for a long time. But now he's not on. He really did. Now he doesn't drink. He works like 3 jobs. But he had a good life. Alright. I'm just trying to get this top of this head good. So I want it, when I do the green shading, I want it to really come out nice. See, the more time you spend with these little small details, the nicer they come out. It's all in the details. And I just freehand these, I just look at them. And you can see that chalk stuff I have is just like a pencil. You just take a barely wet rag and you get in and literally at the poster board you could keep erasing or whatever you need to do before you get to that point. And that's not bad. Alright. I'm gonna put this up. I'm gonna get my green out. Or my green stack. This isn't that bad at all. So yeah, I'm not even all the way done. Because you gotta add more. You can't sit there and just have your product half done. I mean, you gotta own up to something. If you did a good job, own up to it and fix it up and make it yours. So at this point, all this little touch-up work is making it yours. Okay. Okay. Here we go. Alright, I'm gonna keep up the small brush. I feel it's better adding the little greens and details because you can work the greens in. I'm going right over the black. So it's not all prominent. But it gives it like that darker, nice green. I mean, if you're doing a piece that's it's a little different, that has like an emblem or whatever, those are nice black and white, but most things aren't. You got to have an overlay of color. I feel those are nicer. Some artists think different, but it's all in what you perceive. I like to do this to give it the added touch, but this is just like cooking, folks. Every artist does this different. I mean, they get a nice end result, obviously, but everyone does a little bit different. Just like everybody has, they can know how to make a chocolate chip cookie, but they people get involved and there's recipes involved, and then there's secret recipes, and painting's the same way. This is how I like to do, and there's no secret because I'm trying to be better at this, and this is what I do. And I feel it really makes it pop out nicer. And it's these overlay of colors I do. People like literally tell me I have talent and stuff. Like, no, I practice. But I feel if you practice in proper ways, you have less problems. And I do, I try to practice in proper ways. See, that's getting a little nicer. It's looking like more like I don't know, a cute fuzzy person now that all this is involved. I'm going to smear that a little bit so it doesn't look so rough there. You want your lines to be smooth. That's why with these animes, you want the smooth lines. Sometimes you can take lines and overlay them. The overlay lines is nice. And you just start with your basic doing that. And I'm gonna do this overlay over here. Alright, and then around the eyeball. We want to get that eyeball some character. Like I said, these eyeballs make you or break you. I do like to pay attention to my detail. I got a feeling I'm gonna need more than one. I think I have 4 or 5 Grinches. I got a feeling I'm gonna need more. All my coworkers, this is their Christmas present. I just told them all, it's like we all broke. We got Christmas coming. I was like, you could pick out a painting. And that's it. I've been working there for 10 years. That's why I just got to the point where I can only work 3 days a week there. I think when you've been somewhere so long, it's impossible to leave because then they never want you to leave. They just look at you and then all of a sudden you have more money, or you have this, or you that. So I did get a better schedule and money, so we'll see how long this lasts. So far, it's not bad. I don't mind working weekends. I'm not out there partying. I really, truth be told, barely drink, so it doesn't bother me at all. That it doesn't. I don't even think I drank last New Year's Eve. It really makes me sick sometimes. That's half of the problem when I drink. Weed is not a problem. Weed is not a problem at all for me. It actually, and I don't need a lot. That's why I got my medical marijuana thing because here it was illegal for the longest time. It was just easier to pay and get it. But at some places, like my dispensaries and all that I go to, that Ohio's trying, like, what they're doing is they like the medical ones because there was no benefit to having your card, so they started giving them more of a little discount if you already have your medical card, so you don't have to worry about everything being outrageous. But I think I'm gonna go over it again. This is what I got so far. See, I feel he looks better like that. And I just added the green. I'm gonna let that dry a little tiny bit, and then I'm gonna put, I think, in the black. I'm gonna take this and go back to my black one. I'm just gonna put Merry Christmas with this. I'm gonna do the same thing because it is my friend's present for Christmas. So, all right, there you go. I'm just gonna paint it in because it'll be a whole lot quicker. And they have very good penmanship. All right. I'm just getting this in here. I do love the cardboard. I love it because if you love to paint, I feel that if I got canvases every time I had it itching to paint, I'd be going through hundreds of dollars. Hundreds. Maybe if it was one serious one. But every holiday I find a reason to paint for it. I mean, there's always happy summer paintings for summer, happy spring. There's always an occasion for a painting, all the time. They're very versatile, that and quilting. You always need a blanket, and it just seems everybody wants a nice painting around their house. So, those are two safe bets to have. If there's a housewarming, get them a nice little painting or something like that. People like it, but yep, see? And you just stick Merry Christmas, and that's a fine present there. But it's not bad. I think I'm just going to put the overlap of the green on there now. Alright, I'm going to do the green. I'm just going to let this dry, and the universe should be where I could finish that. Because I do want to work on my space images. Because I don't like how AI just takes the whole human factor out of everything. There's people that are doing half this stuff without programming. And you gotta give credit to these people that can do that still. Bring it down. I tell you, I really took to this quick, it seems. Maybe people are right. Maybe I was always able to draw and just, I never really tried, to be honest. I never had time to do this kind of stuff. When your life slows down, you find out things you never knew. Okay. Yeah, let's do this. Before you know, time flies. I hope you guys can see this. I have like the worst camera problems on everyone on YouTube, I think. I really do. If it's not camera problems, it's audio problems. One or the other. It never ends for me. Hopefully one day I'll have it all together. And then probably I'll hit another stump in the road and I'll be telling you guys I'm holding my cameras on boxes. This is what always happens. I always make it places. I always say I'm gonna make it over here, and I do on all my days, but I never know what hoops I'm gonna have to go through. But now this is a finished piece. And you did use, like I said, I didn't even bother with nothing else because I felt the marker with his eyeballs would be plenty because I knew that there'd be a problem with the eyeballs. Eyeballs are very. Sometimes I think even artists use probably a marker for somewhere like that. I mean, if it's easier, makes your life easier, why not? That's the thing. I am done with these, so I will say when you get done with your chalk, I put a hair thingy in mine. I put this away because when these fall and break, these are your best friends when you're sketching. They really are. Those are my sketch buddies. I love them. I really do. And this one's looking nice already. And we're not done with it. We're going to make some planets in here. It's a space painting. The space around us. See, when it dries, it gets a little bit more dense here. Kind of already looks like a fall, like some in space falling. But I'm going to go ahead and I am going to get an image of the moon and I'm going to put that in there. Oh my. You moved from your sisters, from your. Oh, thank you. I mean, is this because you like lost income or something? Why are you moving around so much? I guess that's the big question of the day. Alright. I'm gonna do a I'm gonna do a faint thing of the moon. But oh, you live with your mom. Okay. Okay, what is this hello? Can you tell me? I can't tell you specifics in relationships, and that's a real long thing here. But if you want to know, like, I can't tell you, like, if there's. I can't tell you, like, if there. I can tell you the energy around stuff, but I can't say specific questions. And I'm not trying to dog anybody on any channel, but I don't know how they know. I mean, you could pick up the energy if it's bad or good people or something's being swayed one way or another, but image of space. I don't know. Some of these planets look really hard. Oh, they look so hard. This one looks bad. Oh my god, this is badass, this picture. I kind of like this one right here. I don't know if you guys can see it. It's good though. But, alright, let me see what this question is here. You live with your mom and your sister. Oh, well, that's okay. Can you tell me if my daughter. Uh, he. I mean, that's a love question that I don't think I could. I mean, I don't know if the relationships are going. I don't know if he loves her. Maybe he doesn't. I mean, that's, I guess, the question. I mean, nobody would get together with nobody if everybody said that you're going to love them and that's it. Because you start enforcing rules like that, he may not love her. I mean, depends on what your daughter, if she's pushing him in bed saying, I want to do this and that. I mean, I don't think anybody really meets the love of their life till they're almost like 30. I would say anything under 30, you're probably getting a divorce. Unless it's like the 50s where people just stay together because that's what you do. I mean, I want to get a white surface here. But yeah, I couldn't tell you that. That's a question you'd have to ask him, and I can give you advice about it. Have him looked up. Find out if he has a job. Like if she gets knocked out, say, I don't know, get something where you guys can get that money. I mean, if they're having sexual intercourse and things like that, you got to know that the baby gonna be paid for. That's what I would do. I would say, you know what, since you guys are having sex or whatever, how's this baby getting paid for and blah, blah, blah. Start talking about logistics. Because love is a more than about feelings and about being horny. It really is. Alright. Okay, I want it like this radiating out. Okay, I'm just going to paint this now because I really want this really white. But yeah, I would start testing them. I mean, I came from a military family. If a guy came over my house, my dad had guns, and a lot of them. And if that person wasn't a good person, he got threatened, and that was it. I mean, these are times that sometimes you got to put your foot down. These kids got too much damn freedom, and they make horrible choices a lot of times. They really do. Kids these days, they get real snotty. Sometimes they're horrible in the workforce. They really are. They want to be paid, and they think that they barely do work anymore. At least where I live. At least where I work. And it's always the younger crowd all the time that does this. And then sometimes they'll cop an attitude and everything. And these kids act like they're innocent, especially to us. My boys always did. They'd be acting like they're innocent and this and that. And I call bullshit on it all the time. So I guess that's what you have to ask yourself if it's bullshit, because puppy love is puppy love. But puppy love leads to babies, and then babies lead to who's taking care of them. And I mean, unless they have really good jobs and stuff, it's going to be a problem. Because that baby is, before you know it, your grandkid's going to be, they're going to want you to pay for the grandkid, or they're going to say that they need this and that. This is what kids do. So just be careful with that. I would start bothering him questions like that, and then if he stays with her, after you bother him that much about these things, he's going to be so tired of hearing about commitment that he's going to be running away from her where he don't even want to be with her no more. If that's the end result. Everybody wants to do things when they don't got to think about what the future holds if they do this. But when you think about what the future holds, all of a sudden it's an issue. It's kind of looking good. Now we just have to make this planet and here more white. I don't know. It almost looks like a comet. I just can't win with these things. I was trying to do an event horizon, but I guess that just was not in. This looks like the clouds of Mercury. This is exactly what this looks like. I've ever seen, and this is crazy. Every time I go to paint, there's always some new adventure going on with the space. Now I got the clouds of Mercury. I did not ask to do the clouds of Mercury. I had no intention of doing this, but then it comes out like this. Oh well, at least it looks good. Alright, now I'm gonna look for the symbol for Leo. And I'm probably gonna put it over here. Alright. Let me see the symbol of Leo. Alright. Chong, what are you doing? Don't be trying to lick the paint. Okay, I don't know why this is doing this. Oh, okay, because my computer just turned on. Alright. I'm gonna put Leo image. Astrology. There it is. I like to put the symbol in there too. I think the symbol looks really cool. But yeah, when life gets you down, there's always pain. I will tell you that, my friends. You get depressed or pain. This little sponge method is easy. Children can do this. And I did this from a poster board, of all things. Poster boards are so cheap. They really are. Especially around the holidays and stuff. Sometimes I like to pursue my cheaper hobbies, but sometimes the cheaper holiday hobbies. Alright, I think that's it. There we go. Yeah, I think this is nice. My husband's a Leo, so That could be his present. Don't mess me up now. I need to finish this off, Chong. He's bothering me about the toilet again. Alright. Alright, I guess I'm done. Look at that. I think this looks good. I guess it could be the start of a black hole. At least I got clouds down pat a little bit. But I'm gonna let you guys go. If I missed any of the questions because of me trying to paint and these tiny things trying to wait for this stupid computer, leave it in comments. And I mean, like outside the comments. And if you have to, they put by the community board, and I will type out your reading. And I'll send it to you and all that. I always reply to my comments. I don't get a ton of comments. So it's not like you're waiting a year for me to respond. So thank you for witnessing the second space painting. And I will be over here tomorrow practicing more space. Because I'm fascinated about these space paintings. I get in these phases in my life. But I hope you guys have a good have a good day, and I'll probably be in sometime tomorrow. I think tomorrow's Thursday, so I got to be at work Friday. I'll probably try to be on a little bit earlier. It's just I had a lot going on, but I'd probably be able to get on a little earlier tomorrow. So I try to at least get on once a day, and then on Friday I don't work like a 12-hour day, so it might not be as bad. But we'll see. We'll play it by ear, and I always leave correspondence. Like my good morning ones are pretty much if I'm going on and I'm saying good morning and kind of communicating with everybody. So I will talk to you guys tomorrow definitely because I don't go to work. So have a good night, and I hope you enjoyed the stream.